Good evening, y'all. It's Josh from PokeJax. Hope you're having a terrific Taco Tuesday. Just kind of want to talk about the market, at least here in Jacksonville, Florida, in the last 24, 48 hours. Um, it's crazy. I am seeing people on our community Facebook pages fire selling. I'm talking 90, 88, 85, 80% people are just unloading. I'm talking Sword and Shield era items. I'm talking Scarlet Violet, talking singles. It's crazy. Um, people are, I guess, are trying to make the margins where they can make them as we go into a so-called bear market. I think this is just a holiday thing, but I haven't been in the game long enough to know, um, how the market truly works in standpoint, and an investment standpoint, everything goes up over time. I think a lot of the things that are fire selling off are, the people that go hunting for it and they see it downward trending. So they're trying to make a small margin before, it continues to drop. For me, I'm going to run bullish on the bear. If I see opportunity, I'm going to take it, especially if it's at 85, 80% as an investment standpoint. you know, some of the people I'm meeting up with have 151. I'm definitely going to hang on to that. I might sell a few things here and there, but you know, I've seen Silver Tempest guys offering 75%. I'm like, yeah, done, take it. And cash in hand, let's go. I tapped into some of my extra savings, but I think it's for a good cause. Um, either as an investment standpoint with 151 or, selling some of these sword and shield era items and some of the older um, Scarlet Violet. Wow, I had a brain fart. In some of the Scarlet Violet era items is Obsidian Flames, Paldea, even base set. Some of these guys are just trying to move it. Um, I'm all for it. If they're willing to sell it at 80, 85%, I'll take it. Heck, if I can buy a bunch and I'll try talking around 75. See if it works out for me. It's hard to turn down folks sometimes with cash in hand. It's like going to a car dealership, wheeling and dealing, and you're like, hey, I have 10 grand right here. And then the tone changes completely. When you wave cash in hand, or heck, if you're paying for a vehicle straight up front, right then and there. But yeah, see what happens. Like I said, last 48, 24 hours here in Jacksonville, Florida, it's been a weird market. Definitely going to take advantage of the market. At least get some products because distro doesn't give me a whole lot. Hopefully, Synod Heroes will be the magic mark. Um, I'll have inventory, and those that know me or bought from me, I never sell at full market unless it's a hot item. Even then, sometimes like 95%. But I'm not trying to rip anybody off. I'm just trying to make small margins to keep investing into the business and continue growing and continue building the spend credit with distribution. That's the goal. I'd love to get more allocations. I can offer items at a fair price to everyone. That's always been my goal. So I'm gonna keep working toward that, driving toward that. But I got to take an opportunity when it's right there in front of me. And I think time is now. I'm seeing the fear, and as TRJ would always say, got to buy the fear. So that's kind of where we're at. Gonna be posting up some new things on the website. I actually did sell some of my singles that I had listed on my website. So the word's getting out. Like I said yesterday, TCG player. Put a sticker in every package. $1.31 marketing. I may be making some money off it. I may not. I got a bunch of Japanese cards I sell. For a penny, but penny 31, and I have free shipping, but you have to do was it $5 free at a level 4. So basically $1.32 minus fees, 98 cents, give or take. That's how much I put in my pocket. So stamps what 72 cents, and I don't really look at the sleeves and top loaders as a loss necessarily, and um envelopes. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Hoping you all having a great week, and yeah, wish you all the best, and Have a great week, and I'll be chatting with y'all again.